There's not a lot I can say today besides the fact that it's the second day where I hit my max loss. Yesterday, I was on the fence of my max loss. I made back like 2%, so I got a little bit further away. And then today, 10% based on my average position size. That's my max stop on the day. Today, I flew by it by a few hundred, so I'm down around 1363, actually 1363 today, when I should have been stopped out around $1,100-$1,200. But it is what it is. You know, you can't always get that perfect, like right now I'm going to stop out. So it's basically, if I'm slightly below it, I can no longer trade. And that's pretty much what happened to me today, which is really unfortunate because today I started pre-market on BKKT. I was up $1,700 on this ticker. I think it was like $1,600. The $1,700 I made a little bit later. And then I was also up on EQOS about $500. And then I would think I was even up on one more ticker. Anywho, I managed to give back over $2,000 and then end the day down $1,300, which is a big spread and it's not really good. I'm a little bit disappointed in myself, and I gotta say it was a kind of a frustrating day today. That's not really why I'm coming out with the day trading recap videos so late. I'm actually coming out with it late today because we were documenting a swing trade BKKT from yesterday that we made $2,000 on. The problem with this one is I sold at $20 and went up to $60, and you know, with a day trade I wouldn't care. Day trading is all about taking profits, re-entering, taking profits, re-entering. But with swing trade, I was holding this one for like 6 months or something like that. And I literally took profits just like a few hours too soon. So BKKT, I think maybe that gave me a little bit of FOMO, but it was a bit of a disaster. Anyway, Webull broker was not able to import earlier, but I made a Google import sheet for this one. So if anyone is using Webull, long trades right now work with the Google Sheet import. So I hope you guys enjoy that if you guys are using Webull. So I wanted to let you know about that. Otherwise, let's go through, talk about all these trades I made today. And, you know, it's going to be a pretty simple recap. I can pretty much already tell you right now, this is something I've been preaching for what feels like forever, and that's basically when you have one really good front side, either trade or series of trades, you have one good front side move and you milk it. That's usually, for me personally, the best time to walk away. I did as good as I could. I made some good profits. I was up over $2,000, and all I would have had to do is just walk away, and I would have worked few less hours today, and I would have made a lot more money. My overall P&L for October would be a $3,000 difference because I was up over 2,000 and now I'm down below 1,000. So it's actually like a $3.5 thousand difference on the profit I'm going to make in October because I kept working, because I kept trading. And to me, that's like one of the most traumatizing feelings in trading. So I always have this debate, you know, is it worth still trading once you're up, let's say over 10% based on your average position size? And I don't have the statistics for that yet. I'm going to work on it. We're going to take my trades from TradeJournal. We're going to build a stat that can calculate that. So basically, if I'm up over 10%, how many times do I still make money after that? And how much money is that? How many times, what percent of the time do I lose money, and how much money is that? And then after that statistic will tell me if I should keep trading once I'm up. Now this front side move, this could happen pre-market. This could be that, you know, great move pre-market, just like BKKT. We'll talk about this one first. I'll go to it. Let's just open it up. BKKT. So this could be, you know, that front side move that happens pre-market. Let me show you guys. This is the one right here, I believe it was. Yeah, right here. I bought this pullback and I got this rip here, $20,000. I was long, and that was an 8% move. So BKKT, that was me, you know, nailing this little front side here, and I didn't get the full front side. I missed this pullback. I missed this pullback. I did a little bit of a shaky thing move here, but then I eventually got the full remainder. So I missed the first two pullbacks, but at least got the last one. So that put me up over 10% based on my average position size for the day. Now, it could happen pre-market, or let's say I didn't do any of this trading on BKKT, but later in the day, BKKT had another front side move. Let's say it broke 55 or something, was going to new highs. And that was my one, let's say, front side that I nailed. You know, it doesn't have to be pre-market. It doesn't have to have a certain time. Maybe I don't do any trading all day until power hour. We all have our different preferences when it's our favorite time to trade. The point is, at what point do you walk away? Once you nail that front side or whatever strategy, let's say you're trading, should you then, you know, wait for that second strategy, or not second strategy, but that second time in the market that your strategy shows up? So for me, it would be like getting a front side and then waiting, let's say 30 minutes or an hour or 2 hours until a second front side happens, and then trying to ride that one. I gotta say, deep inside, it feels like it's not worth it, because every time I feel like I'm up nicely pre-market, I just end up giving back profits the remaining the day. But again, I'm lacking the statistics to really tell you if that's the way to go. So let me keep talking about BKKT here and then we'll wrap up with the other trades. So this ticker was up pre-market around $60. We had that $60 high, and then we were coming back to this area, and I was trading it, looking for that continuation past the zone. But I was quick to take profits because, you know, we're not technically on a full new front side. We're a little bit in a range. The range would probably be somewhere between $40 and $60. It's a little bit of the range that we're seeing here. And then once the market opened, I tried to do some red to green moves on this one. I ended up giving quite a bit profits back on this red to green move. It failed, and then I tried, and I got this pop here, made some profits back, and then I got a little bit of a move here, but very small size on that one. And now, I don't know, BKKT is kind of stalling out here a little bit. Although I gotta say, long term on BKKT, okay, maybe not super long term, but like short to mid term, this is such a hot stock right now. Crypto is really hot. Coinbase is really hot. Meme tickers are really hot. So I would not be surprised if we just woke up the next day and this was back to $40, even if it was just for like, you know, pre-market a few hours or something like that. Then again, I also wouldn't be surprised if we just went back, sold off a 60%, and we're back to $8. Like my paws are a little bit tied right now with BKKT. We'll see what happens. But yeah, it's really hard to say. So for day trading, this one gave great action pre-market, but ever since then it's been selling off. For now, $22 is acting as a really, really big support. So let's kind of hope it holds here. And if it does, maybe we'll do some afternoon, we'll go for a swing trade position for an overnight or something like that. Anywho, let's keep going here. RDBX. So just this is, look at this. It's a freaking disaster. I think I did some of my worst trading today, which is annoying because the market's been so good lately. Well, today wasn't that good, but still, we're getting a lot of volume, and I feel like I'm doing my worst trading of the year since Friday. So these last 3 days have been atrocious for me. I mean, I've been doing horrendous trading. RDBX, if you guys are in the Discord, you know how slammed I get on this ticker. Let's go here, zoom in a little bit. So this looks like a little bit of a head and shoulders in hindsight. We got a shoulder, head, and a shoulder, and then on that shoulder it was basically a triple top almost, and we were not able to break out, and then it flushed hard. Now I missed this pullback, and then we're breaking higher here, and then I bought that next pullback looking for continuation, break over pre-market highs. We did not get it. Luckily, when this halted down, oh no, first it halted up. I got into that halt at around $24. Then it opened up like 9%. I couldn't close. It was so fast. And then it popped back down 5%. I actually ended up buying 200 more shares, and then it halted. And into the halt, I tried to close my whole position. I was only able to close 100 shares. And then fast forward, it halts, it opens, goes down like 20% from where I entered, about 20%, and it's going to halt again, and I close the rest of my trades near that halt price at 19.55, and just like that, I take a big loser. But it's actually, this loss is not even as bad as EJH. So let me show you guys how traumatizing EJH was. Oh man, I did some bad trading today. But also, the market did not give me resolution today. Almost every pullback that I entered today, besides BKKT, that one that made me some profits, failed. It was miserable. Okay, EJH, I start trading this one in this area. We're getting a little bit of a breakout. I take a small profit, maybe $300-400 profit. And then I'm buying here in the pullback and I'm like, okay, let's go. And this one failed and boom, 7% loss. And I was like, oh, miserable. This loss was so big because my position size wasn't massive. I had like $16,000. It was definitely on the above average size. But I'm trying to trade with over $20,000. So it wasn't like over $20,000 yet. But I gave back all of my profits on EJH and had enough of a loser to put me down almost $700. So this was like a $1,200-1,300 loss. This loss on EJH, because it was much bigger size, was way worse than the loss on RDBX dollar amount. Percentage-wise, RDBX, that halt to the downside, that was the biggest loss. So boom, just like that, 2 failed pullbacks destroyed me. And, looking back, like how good was this front side? Technically, we're not even really on a full-on front side yet. Like we're still kind of stuck in a range here. And with RDBX, kind of the same situation. If you really look at it and, let's go to the 5-minute here. Technically, you could argue that this ticker was never on a front side. We were kind of ranging here, and there's about like 3 zones. And I was just buying at the high of a range, and I was not trading a proper front side. So for sure, that was a bit of my mistake, and I should have been more aware of that. Short term, in terms of like the 1 minute, we were on a, making new highs, and we were a bit on a front side there. But there was no like new front side move technically. So RDBX and EJH, I messed up on really hard. Let's go to EQOS, another ticker that I totally fumbled on, EQOS. Well, that was weird to say. This ticker, just backside on the 180-day simple moving average, also a backside play. So on the daily, it's a backside. On the 5 minutes, a backside. Everything's just looking awful on this ticker. And I'm just, I'm trying for a little bit of continuation here. Did a pullback trade, that failed. Did another one. I don't know what happened, but just one loss after another. I remember at the market open, this one was kind of horrendous too. Popped up here, decent like 8%. I buy the pullback. It keeps going. I don't sell. I buy the second pullback, looking for continuation. Again, don't get continuation and sell off on that one. That puts me nicely in the red with EQOS. And it's like when you have like 3, 4, 5 pullbacks in a row that don't work, you're just like, you feel like the market is out to get you. MARK, talking about the market, this ticker, this was yesterday, was my first loss on the day. Just like this, I was trading backside, looking for a little bit of a mean reversion move back to VWAP. Didn't get it, closed out here, took a loss on this one right away as it continued to sell off. This was not a good trade in hindsight, and it wasn't even a good trade at the moment because what this really was, this was a backside ticker, and I was buying a breakout on the backside. It's something I never do, so shame on me for that. METX, man, this is borderline embarrassing and just also very frustrating talking about this. Okay, METX, what we got here? Another ticker that I'm red on. That's what we got. This is a backside ticker on the daily. We're below the 180-day simple moving average. 5 minute, it's kind of stuck here in this range. I gotta say though, this ticker seems to be a little bit in a ascending channel. If you just kind of look here, where looks like we're kind of building up a little bit of support area, and big resistance around 0.65, but support's coming in pretty okay. So maybe we're going to have a power hour session on METX. Anyway, I traded this one. We had a great pullback here, and guess what? This ticker ran up 9%. I buy the next pullback, failed. I close at the perfect low. It bounces back up where I could have at least gotten out for a small profit, and then continues to sell off. Boom, another pullback that didn't work. It was just like I was on the wrong side of every trade. It was just so annoying. OCGN, next ticker, OCGN. Since the market came back on Friday, I've only been in the red. It's so weird. It's so weird. It's so frustrating. you know, because this is like what I practice for. This is my income. This is like my job. And it's like, I don't know, it's like being a mechanic and you get 8 cars and you just can't fix any of them for some weird reason. You know, that's how I feel right now. You know, it's just like, it's a little bit deflating a little bit. It is what it is. You know, sometimes as a trader, you're on a little bit of a red streak. Hopefully we get out of it as soon as possible. Technically, with all the swing trades I closed, I'm in the green, but my day trading has been really bad. So with OCGN, you know, this is such a choppy ticker on the daily. It's not even really worth talking about. And wow, look at it's just been selling off. On the 5-minute, it's the ugliest thing I've seen ticker-wise all day, maybe even all week. Another ticker that's breaking new highs. I buy the pullback, doesn't work. Same story. At least I don't get stuck in a flush like that. That would have been miserable. And then last ticker here, BRPM. That's hard to remember ticker. BRPM. Okay, and this ticker, look at the 3 filled breakouts. Now it's, you know, trending to the downside. On the daily, blue skies technically, but it's had a hard time continuing. On the 5-minute, rough, very kind of rough chop price action. I tried to trade this one pre-market, and I went for a little bit of a trade here, took some profits very quick. I missed that last pop to the upside, probably for the better because it ended up flushing, but market open, you know, ran up, flushed, bounced back, flushed. I don't even, what is this? This is horrible. It's not even worth talking about. So today was not a good trading day, I got to admit. I should have been more aware of that. Look at me. I'm trading over here 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tickers. I traded 8 tickers today. That's silly. Why am I trading 8 different tickers? I should be trading 1 or 2, maybe 3 if I'm like really aggressive. And yeah, pre-market, I made my money on a tough day, and we kind of knew today was going to be tough because we had so many tickers that are kind of like at all-time highs, and we're getting a lot of like big movers that are starting to sell off again after their big rally, like DWAC, BKKT, PHUN. All these tickers have been running so hard where they're lead gappers and they're up multiple 100%. All those are kind of coming down to earth. So I feel like today was a little bit more of a reckoning day. Yet I traded today like I should have been trading Friday and Monday. And Friday and Monday, I was not really trading at all. So I think it's like this, personally, I'm like a little bit behind. I gotta sync up with the market a little bit more, and I know I can do it. It just, when you're red like this, sometimes you're just a little bit frustrated. So today was a very frustrating day for me, for sure. It was a frustrating day for a lot of people in the Discord. We've had, it was a nasty day today. That's pretty much all I can say. Let's hope the momentum continues. I'm pretty sure it will. Let's just be smart about how we're trading here. Congrats to anyone that is green this week, and Friday as well. It's just, when you get this momentum, it's easy to be green, but it's also very easy to be back red. So that's pretty much what the momentum gives us. So we just got to get on the right side, know what we're trading, stick to our plan, or have a plan, and then stick to the plan. Don't just go up trading random stuff because you're getting FOMO. And that's really what I did today. So I'm totally owning the loss. Like, it's not like, the market's against me. It's my fault. So I just got to get my head back in the game. All right, guys, that's all for this video. Don't forget to drop a like on the way out. Easiest way to support the channel. Join the community if you are new. We'd love to have you part of this community. So hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys then first thing tomorrow morning. Like always, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.